Oh god, I am so disorganized. Wonder am I switched on? I am. Well, welcome to another video. Where am I, you might ask? I'm in the Brecon Beacons and I'm on my way to a waterfall. But on the way, I thought I'd come through this forest, conifer plantation, because there was some nice dappled light coming through the trees. So I've taken a couple of shots. These, if I just turn this around, look at this. Oh, it's now lovely. Look at the moss on there. Wow. I think I'd like to come through here in the dark. It's quite muddy underfoot, although we haven't had a lot of rain. The track through here doesn't see a lot of footfall, I don't think. I've gone off track a little bit. I saw this forest and I thought I'd have a wander through just to have a little look. Anyway, the waterfall that I'm going to is Sgwd, which means fall of the snow. It's part of the 4 waterfalls walk in the Brecon Beacons, but it's one that I don't normally come to. Well, I've been here many times, but not to photograph. Basically because I've never had a good shot from there. And the last time I came to these waterfalls was probably about 4 years ago with my friend Eric. And we did the other 3. In fact, there's a video which I'll put a link to underneath or up above that we did. And we did these mossy, look at this. Wow. Something else. There's a photograph there somewhere, I'm sure. Perhaps on the way back. Anyway, we did the other 3 waterfalls, but we didn't do this one because it's slightly out of the way. And I said to Eric, I've never really had any joy photographing it. So I just sort of left it. But I was looking back on my folders the other day, and I really haven't got a shot that is in my portfolio, in my folders for this place. And I thought today I'd come along and just go to this waterfall and see if I can't get a shot. We haven't had a lot of rain, but I have seen some shots from you in the last week that look like there is some water coming over. So I'm hopeful that we'll get a shot today. That's my aim anyway. The light in this forest is fabulous. You could just sort of see the dappled light that's running around. Anyway, as well as the waterfall, there is some deciduous trees as well as these conifers around here. And on the way back, I'm going to go through those to see if I can get a woodland shot. So I'll call this video Woodland and Waterfall, hopefully. This is a new track for me, but I think I can hear water further down. and there's people walking down. There was a sign back there, but I didn't stop and read it because I can see I'm heading in the right direction. It is like Piccadilly.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the problem.
Picnic benches and everything. As I said, when I came here about 20 years plus, this wasn't here. No steps, just a rough track.
It's busy down there.
Just heard the gentleman say that it's very busy down there. Seems everywhere you go around the Brecon Beacons is very, very popular, very accessible. I think it's a nice day today, although I was hoping for a bit of rain and a bit of overcast conditions. It is what it is. But when it's a nice day, it brings the people out, like me, because it's a nice day. Gosh, these steps are really... I expect they built a bloody viewing platform down there now, I would think. Looking at this.
Rocky's doing alright.
Yeah. Alright.
Easy.
Yeah, thank you. Easier going down than up, probably.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, there is water down there, I can hear it, so. At least we'll see it. I don't actually know whether I'm going to walk behind it today or not. I've done that enough times. So I've got Merrill Mid Moab boots on, and they're not very good on slippery wet rocks, I just realised. Just going to have to be very careful down here today. Ooh. Yeah, the further you go down, the muddier it's getting, and this is probably why they've put the steps in here, so to support the path, because with a number of people coming up and down here, you can just see it through the trees there. Looks lovely. 3 nice curtains of water dropping about 30 to 40 feet, I think. There's a nice little cascade a bit further on, but it's a bit of a bugger to get to, and you lose the falls in the background. So yeah, I can see lots of people, because there is another access, another route to this, which is from the Dinas Rock side, which is, you go behind the waterfalls, and on the right of me on the other side of the river there's a path that goes to Dinas Rock, and you can get here from there. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's not swimming in there today. We shall see. But it is a beautiful waterfall. There you go. So I'm hoping By the time I get my camera out, the clouds will have moved in. The spray now is it's quite nice, but yeah. Just a second, I'm going to make my way down there after I've crossed through. I'm getting wet, but there you go. You probably won't be able to hear me now. Isn't that pretty wonderful? Look at that. I'll pop up here, stand here for a minute. Looking out. So this is Sgwd Eira, full of snow. Right, let's make my way a little bit down the river. Try and find a spot to take some photographs. Oh, you know when you talk to the camera for about 5 minutes, do a great piece, then you pick up to check that you've recorded something and you find that you hadn't pressed record. I just had one of them moments. So, just to recap, clouds are moving in, it's getting a bit darker, which is nice. I made my way back up to the waterfall and then down the side of the river. I've come a little bit far because I can only see, now if I pick you up and show you, I can only see 2 strands of the waterfall. The other one is just around the corner, so I need to be up about those green mossy rocks. As you can see, there are absolutely loads of people here. Just now when I go back to the waterfall, there must have been about 20 people under the waterfall, so I can still see a couple there now. Anyway, it is what it is. They're all having a good time, I'm having a good time, but I'm just hopeful that I can come away with a shot today that I can show you at the end of this video. Sun's come back out. I'm going to wait for it to go cloudy before I take a shot. I'll bring you back now in a second when I've found a suitable shot to take a photograph. There we go. So I'm going to do a quick little piece to camera. I've moved up the river a little bit, but unfortunately there are too many people here. There are probably, as I speak, about 6 or 7 people in the water just in front of the waterfall. I'll take a shot now and show you. And behind the waterfall there's 5, 6, 7, 8 and probably about 30 people to my left as well. So I don't think I'm going to get the shot I wanted today. Nice to come and see people enjoying themselves. If I want to get a proper shot from here, I think I'm going to have to come on a day when it's really raining or very early in the morning. Anyway, let's call this a fail, unless I include some shots with people in, but it's not what I wanted, so never mind. I've had an hour out, but on the way back I'm going to stop off at the Woodland, or I say a woodland, a section of old oak that I know of on the way back, so I'm going to see if I can get a shot there within this waterfall walk it is anyway. So oops, oh, poor little dog just slipped on the rocks. Anyway, catch you later. So there's not so many people here now, probably down to about a dozen people. So I have taken a couple of shots. There was I'm gonna just pass back through the waterfall. Down here just a second ago there was a rainbow. I took a shot, I don't know whether it will come out or not, but yeah, I'm going to take a shot from the other side, but I'm going to have a little wander back through and take you with me. If I get by here just to the edge and show you what it's like. There's a family there walking through. Kids are really excited. My mum said, I got to take my time. I'm 6 months pregnant. So she's on her fourth by the look of it. Unless they're not hers, of course. Right, let's walk back through this. Now, to get back, you have to go quite close to it. That's really, really close. The step is quite. Oh gosh. There you are. Shall I stand in the middle of it? There you go. It actually looks like more than 3 curtains from here, but it is 3. One to your right, this middle one, and then this one to the left, which is quite wide. So stand in the middle. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Quite good, isn't it? No wonder people said it. I've just got back to the top of the steps. I'd forgotten how steep it is coming back. I'm going to have a quick 5 minutes by ear rest on this bench, and then I'm going to go that way towards, hopefully, an old woodland. I sat on this bench about 15 years ago, and there was trees behind me then. They've been cut down by the look of it. And I was with a friend called Tom, and he said to me, "Al, there's a robin on your head." And I put my hand out like that, and he turned. He stood there on my hand for ages. And me and Tom went down to the waterfall, and I left Tom carry on taking shots. And anyway, I was saying the battery ran out of the GoPro. I left Tom down at the waterfalls and came back and sat on this bench. And a family came from down this track, and I looked around and the robin was in the tree. And they came along and they stopped to chat and asked which was the way down to the waterfalls. So I said, "Oh, path in about 5-10 yards, down you go." And I said, "I'm just here feeding the robin." And they looked at me and I said, "Oh, you watch now." And I put my hand out like this. I said, "Come on then." And he landed straight on my hand. They were they were flabbergasted. Absolutely amazing. It might not have worked, but it did. And I can remember the little boy coming and looking close to it. It was like, oh, magical. It was magical times. There you go. There's a story for you. Come out from underneath there or not? I'm not going to stay here all day, you know.